You still there?
Yep, are we live? Is that us live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, do.
When
Good time
Michelangelo
for.
already's up. Yeah, here we go. Here we
Hello,
go.
everyone, and welcome along to round 11 of the ILR World Championship, ILR1 World Championship, and we are here at the Hungarian on this Saturday for this qualifying session. Probably one of the most important qualifying sessions of the year. Alongside me today, I've got Jamie Mabata. Jamie, another tough day in store for the drivers in qualifying. It's just like Monaco without the barriers. Who do you tip today?
Michelangelo. I think he's gonna. I think this track suits him a lot better, especially because he's one of the couple of drivers who's up front who has a wheel, and I think the wheel is gonna suit a lot better in Hungary than the pad. I mean, the pad's tearing. It's giving me calluses on my thumbs and stuff practicing for this race. So, I really think the wheel's the way to go, and that's gonna be Michelangelo in Michelangelo's favor.
Okay, well, we'll see if
There's a
that
stream of cars coming
is.
out. Jeez.
Yeah, there really is a lot of cars coming out nice and early here at the Hungarian, and it is quite a short lap as well, and very difficult for the cars to get out of the way. So very possible that these drivers just want to get out there, get a flying lap in nice and early, in case they get caught in any traffic, Jamie. And well, look at that, how many cars? Just about everybody out of the pits early on. We've got Lyle Blade still in there, Bistas, Hayden, Ace of Pace, and Zalin, the only cars who have stayed in the pits at the start of this qualifying session. So Jamie, I started by asking you who you think would get the pole. You said Michelangelo.
Yep.
What kind of time would we expect then? Where are we going to be
Ooh,
then?
I never thought about that. What the hell? I don't know. I expect I don't know, 16.9 for pole.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
yeah,
that's
I'd
what
say
I was doing.
16.9. Because honestly, this is one of like the very few tracks in the game where you can get very close to your time trial time. I think I'm actually quicker in quick race than I am in time trial here. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like in the 16.9 probably.
Well, we'll soon see how that works out. But I have been speaking to a few drivers, a few reserve drivers actually this weekend who have been in the paddock. I've been speaking to Lewis, who's of course won in Brazil in his only ever race in ILR, and he was saying that Michelangelo will be gunning for around a 116.7, a 116.9. So it will be in the 116s, as you say, Jamie, and that's what
Yeah.
he felt would be is to be expected. He'll be looking to get it back into ILR in the coming weeks, whenever that may occur for him. Maybe it'll have to be next season. We'll wait and see. But the car's crossing the line now. We've got Michelangelo starting a flying lap then here at the Hungarian, heading down to the first corner, 192 miles an hour as he hits the brakes for that tricky turn one. Probably the best overtaking area on the racetrack as he comes out of turn one, opens the DRS in a short burst into turn two. Very long left-hander, important you get on the throttle nice and early because you'll be on it for quite some time, sweeping down the hill through the right-hander and then climbing uphill into one of the most high-speed corners on this track here at the Hungarian. And look how planted that McLaren is going through there, Jamie. Absolutely
Jeez,
on the
man.
limit.
That makes me jealous seeing a planted car. Wow. Slight look up there into the chicane. Still keeps it clean. Wow, look how wide he goes on the before turning the car straight in. He puts the car
Well, I'll
right on the
tell you what.
curbs.
Tell you what, Jamie, I've not seen much action of the cars driving around here, but I can already tell that this is a special lap from
Oh yeah.
Michelangelo. What an effort. This is every single corner. Absolutely perfect. We are, get out of the way, Dan, because this is absolutely supreme. Shumasi does a 17.3. I would be amazed if this doesn't
Oh,
pop straight into the 16s. CJ with a great effort on a 17.1. He's a little bit deep in the final corner, Michelangelo, but this is looking pretty good. I'll be surprised if it's not a 16.
Yeah,
It is a 16,
16.9. Oh
a
my.
116.9 right away. First lap of the session, and you called it, Jamie. It would be Michelangelo, and it would be a 16, and there it is. That looked pretty well hooked up there, didn't it?
That was
Especially
very
on
hooked
turning
up.
in many corners.
My goodness, just watching Bistas's lap right now. It's kind of all over the shop. He's going to the grass. That's interesting. I didn't know that drivers put their car. You know that little chicane in Sector 2, the kind of medium speed chicane. The drivers put their
Yep.
car like right on the curbs before turning in.
Well, yeah, no, of course, when they try and narrow the angle, or well, to
Yeah, I
make it
guess
easier
so.
to go through.
Ooh.
There's Bistas. You're
Whoa.
absolutely right there, but Bistas, very scruffy. But in the early laps, then the first lap of the session, a big
Yeah,
hand
he's
to
going.
he's coming in. Bistas, he's had enough. It's not the ideal start to his session. Jeff's Revenge is in the pit. He will not be setting a time. He has got a qualifying ban for this event. So that's why he was still in the pits and will stay there. But Michelangelo on top then after the initial runs. But CJ, a big mention to him. That's a good effort, a 17.1.
Oh yeah.
He might be having his mojo back of HCJ, and he's done a great job there. 1:17.1. He's only 2 tenths away, almost just under 2 tenths away from Michelangelo. Shimasi in third, almost 4.5 tenths shy of Michelangelo.
Hayden spun it.
What's happened?
He's put it in the wall. I think the wing's still in one piece somehow. I think he got up on that. You know that curve, the corner after sector 1 where it goes to the left and slightly uphill, and you got that.
Yep.
It's like you got the high-speed right-hander and you got the low-speed left-hander, and there's that white curb on the inside. And if you put your wheel on it, you spin inwards. I think that's what he hit.
Oops. Yeah, he just lost it there. Well, yeah. Quite easy to do that, Jamie. It is, of course.
Yeah.
If you just get on the throttle too early and just accelerate out of there, you can just get right out on the curb and just go for a spin, and Hayden then crawling back to the pits. And Williams in the back foot early on here, Jamie. Both cars unable to set a proper time. Okay, Hayden's done one, but he'll not be too happy with that. But with 6 minutes to go, most drivers coming into the pits now. There's Michelangelo on top from Frisky CG in second. ZR Mercedes is third, and he's out there. Is he pushing on this lap? And no, he's not. I think he's backed out and coming in to the pit. So a quick rundown: Michelangelo 1:16.9, Frisky CG 1:17.1, ZR Mercedes is third on a 1:17.3 with Shimasi fourth, also on a 1:17.3. Tau joins them on a 1:17.3 in fifth. Zalin sixth on a 1:17.5, Lickleblock seventh, 1:17.6, alongside Cliffy on a 1:17.6 in eighth. Ninth for Michael Davis, a 17.7, and it's 10 for Hayden, the first man in the 18s. Ace of Pace is 11th, Lyle 12. Liam Robbo, interestingly, on softs with his time a 1:18.5, and Stanley in 14th, also on a 1:18.5. Beastas Johnny yet to set a lap, as is Dan.
Yeah, that means they're gonna.
As is Johnny.
Beastas gonna have to get out there quick, because I mean, if he screws up this lap, he has to do a lap very, very early. I think he's got enough fuel for 2 runs. Oh no, he's doing his outlap in max. So if he screws up his outlap, that's it, or his qualifying lap.
We'll see how it goes for him.
Because with 12 minutes, it's very, very easy to screw it up. I remember doing a practice race in Silverstone before the season began, and I got held up on my first Quali lap, so I pulled into the pits, and then I left it late to go for a flyer, and I spun in Maggots and Beckett's, and I had to start in 16th. So yeah, I mean, things can go, badly wrong with only 12 minutes of qualifying, but I have faith in Beastas will keep it together.
Well, we'll see what he can do. He's already got an issue. We've got a car of Zalin. He gets out of the way nicely, but Beastas through the first corner, and that might have hindered him slightly, but he looks okay so far as he heads out of turn 1. DRS open on the run down to turn 2. This long left-hander gets a lot of curb in the way and unsettled the car a little bit.
Yeah, he's going a bit
but
wide.
Not brilliant from Beastas so far. Let's see what his first sector time turns out to be as he climbs the hill into this high-speed left-hander. It might claim a few people for corner cut penalties in the race, because it's very tricky to get that corner right at times. And now into that tricky chicane. Very fiddly, isn't it? Left, right, it's difficult to get the balance right. Beastas using all the track and more as he comes through these tricky left and right. Yeah, the car needs to be so perfect through there. You need to have real confidence in the car to gain some time through there. And Beastas looking pretty good. Is he quicker than Michelangelo though? We're going to find out. Down into the final part of the lap, Jamie. What do you think so far?
That's actually solid? It was a messy first couple of corners, but the rest of the lap has been very, very nice though, and the car's been really planted. Look at that! What a recovery! Whoa! Oh no! He's in the pits.
He's gonna have to come in for another set. Beastas is going away here.
Oh, I don't know, man. He's pushing his luck.
He's pushing his luck as Zalin's about to start a flying lap. So Beastas under major pressure, the championship leader without a time on the board. And that is real concern down at Williams. Is Beastas bottling it here? So far, you'd have to say so. But we have to watch Zalin, who's starting a flying lap in his Sauber on his return to ILR1 as he heads into turn 2. He's got Hayden in front of him. Hayden needs to get out of the way. And he obliges now as they go down the short straight to turn 4. And into the left-hander goes Zalin now. It's not looking particularly quick, I don't think. It's 10th down, I think, on what Michelangelo's done through the first sector. Goes past the water park that sits on the hill on the left-hand side. Me and Jamie went down there for a splash on Tuesday. Had some good fun, didn't we, Jamie?
Yes, sir.
Splashing around. But it's now into the business end of the weekend where we don't have time to be splashing around in swimming pools, do we, and going down water slides. We're now in the business end of qualifying as Zalin heads through that middle sector, looking pretty solid towards the end of the lap. Can he pop this car up towards the front row or the second row? He's currently sitting in 6th place. Surely he's got to be considering a position in third to fourth on a 17.3.
Oh,
Very,
Johnny!
very tight.
What's happened there?
We'll watch Johnny's crash, I think. We'll go to Zalin at the moment, though. He's in the final corner. Zalin for the line. Where does he go? Oh, he also does a 17.3. They've got 4 cars on the 17.3. Zena Mercedes is third on the 17.3. Shimasi fourth on the 17.3. And Zalin goes up to fifth on the 17.3 ahead of Tau. Look how tightly packed and tightly grouped those guys are, Jamie.
Jeez, that's a very, very narrow pack. Oh my god. But I just wanted to point out, Beast's left leaving the pits super late, so he's gonna have to push on this outlap. But
yep,
this is his final lap. This is his only chance to put something on the board. Otherwise, this could be tears for Beast's here.
Who's furthest around the track? Tau's coming into the final corner. Is he on one? I think he's not. Little Block says though, Jamie, he's coming round now. It's not very quick though. Little Blocks is winding up another one. So who's out there going very quickly? Michael Davis is in the final sector. What's he going to do? He's currently 9th quickest, Michael Davis. He heads for the line. He goes third. 1:17.2. Great effort from the world champion. We've seen very few flashes of the champion this year, but that's one of them. Up into third place. Good effort there. And now that's McLaren's 1 and 3.
Yeah, strong McLaren 1 and 3.
They must turn to Michelangelo. He's absolutely flying. He's pushing like crazy into the final sector. He heads now. Absolutely
wow,
on the
he's
limit,
on
Michelangelo.
Oh,
wow, blistering middle sector. He's only got 2 hairpins to go. The first one on his current best lap, he was a little bit wide. This time it's perfect. Surely he's going to go quicker than a 16.9, lighting up the rears, heading into the final corner. Pistas almost in his way, but not quite. Here goes Michelangelo for the line. This is going to be his last effort because Pistas is ahead of him. And he delivers on it.
16.6. Oh my god.
What a time. 16.6 from Michelangelo. CJ is going again. Jenna Mercedes has abandoned his effort. He's done. He stays where he is in third place, but CJ is pushing, I think, on his final lap of the session. What can Frisky CJ do? Into the final couple of corners for the Mercedes driver. An impressive run so far. Tau's gone up into second place now.
What?
What an effort from the Austrian. 1,000th quicker than CJ. And this is getting very, very tight after Michelangelo. As
the thing is, can
what can
CJ reply?
do? Can he reply and put it into the 16s? Can he join Michelangelo in the 16s? No, he can't. It's a poor effort.
He can't. Where's Beastas?
So who else can deliver? Tau's done. CJ's done. Shimasi's going hard. Beastas is going hard, but Shimasi and who's further around the track? Shimasi and Beastas are quite close together. Shimasi's just ahead of Beastas on the road. We'll stick with Shimasi further up at the moment. He comes into the final couple of corners. He's currently down in 6th. That's not true to his form of late. What can Shimasi do? 6th at the moment. Can he deliver a quick enough time to climb up?
Oh, we got second! I told you! I told you!
Beastas goes second!
He goes second! Oh, I was close. I was close. I predicted Michelangelo Shimasi front row. I was close. What a lap by Beastas.
Beastas in the end comes up, trumps and delivers when he needed it most under huge pressure, and that concludes the qualifying session. What a qualifying session as well. Michelangelo takes the pole at 1:16.688, 1.5 tenths quicker than Beastas, who left it very, very late to deliver a quick time. But his blushes are spared, and he starts alongside Michelangelo. And are we, for the 3rd week in a row, going to see a titanic showdown between these two? I think we might be. Shimasi, 3rd on the grid, 3 tenths away. He says he bottled turn 4. So, well, that's a bit disappointing for him. He's 3 tenths away, but does he have the pace to challenge again? Winner last time out, remember. Tau is 4th. What an effort from Tau, Jamie. Great time.
What an effort, yeah. What an effort. I don't know if Shimasi's actually on a lap or what's going on there, but it's driving pretty quick. But yeah, what an effort. I think that's Michelangelo pole 16.6. Man, that's actually the first time I've actually, underestimated the pole time.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
I got to give Tau started the day in qualifying. That's a great effort from him. He's been in the shadow. He's been struggling a little bit, but the Austrian driver has popped up into 4th place with a good time. CJ deserves a mention too. Look at that, identical times for Tau and CJ.
Wow, it's Tau and CJ. It was 17.1. Jeez.
Well, let's just run down them quickly. It's Michelangelo on pole with Beastas alongside in 2nd. Shimasi 3rd, Tau brilliant in 4th, with CJ good in 5th. Zena Mercedes is 6th and Michael Davis 7th. Zalin 8th on his return. Cliffy only 9th. Little Blocks 10th. And Issa Pace 11th. Lyle Blade is 12th.
And Liam Robo's 13th.
Well, I've got to ask you, Jamie, Cliffy, we're expecting a little bit more from him, and of late, he's not really delivered. Is that a fair thing to say?
I don't know. It's too soon to call. I think. I mean, this is a league full of, especially when you have people like Michelangelo, Beastas, and people like that. I think he's doing all right. I mean, once you get into the groove, I think he'll get further up the grid. But I mean, it's a really tough grid, so I can't really say anything yet. I mean, what is this? His second race back, technically?
Yeah. Well, third. I think he was in Austria as well, Cliffy. But so far, I've not really seen him battling at the front like we'd expect from him. So we'll see what he can do. Maybe he can recover in the race a little bit and get himself
people
up.
Pointing out, CJ did set his lap time first, but it actually gave Shimasi was a thousandth of a second quicker, and for some reason the time rounded back down. So Shimasi had the Tao had the fastest lap. Tao had the faster lap, but for some reason it put him back at the same time. So just to point out why people are saying CJ was behind Tao despite setting the same time earlier, but yeah, just wanted to get that out there. Let everyone know.
It was actually 1,000th in it. For some reason the clock wound it back. Yeah, exactly. But
so has Luka Blocks finished an actual formation lap yet?
I'm not sure.
Jeez.
Maybe not. Well, he's certainly not finished this one. But we're about to get underway, Jamie. It's 35 laps ahead of us here at the Hungarian. It's Michelangelo's against Beastas once again. Shimasi again shadowing them. It's been the scene over the last few races, hasn't it? These three.
Oh yeah.
Dueling. And I think we're in for another cracking race. But I can't help but feel Beastas and Shimasi have got to get past Michelangelo at the start to avoid him disappearing. Don't you think that's quite fair to say?
Because I think Michelangelo is the better race pace, so that someone's got to get in front of him before turn one. That's our only hope.
Yeah. Well, we'll soon see. But just a quick reminder for you all watching on your screens live on YouTube. Be sure to join us on Wednesday night for the end of season ILR Awards night. I'll be commentating taking you through with Jack Gooding all the awards over the course of the season. We've got many awards up for grabs: Personality of the Year, Drive of the Year, Overtake of the Year, Rookie of the Year, amongst many other awards. And be sure to join us for an action-packed night on Wednesday as we hand out some very good awards, and Jack Gooding actually posting away some trophies to some people. So be sure to tune in for that. And there will also be a 5-lap sprint championship. There'll be 5 races, one in the wet conditions, at least one in the wet conditions, and some classic cars as well. So it'll be a fun night on Wednesday night. Be sure to join us for that. But all attention for now goes to the start of this Hungarian Grand Prix, and boy oh boy, are we in for a storming Grand Prix here. Let's just see who can come out on top. Will it be Beastas? Will it be Michelangelo? Or can Shimasi go back to back? What about Tao? He's looking to reignite his season. Can Cliffy get up there from down in 9th position? We'll find out when the lights go out as we get set to go here in Hungary for round 11. Lights out and away we go. It's Michelangelo leading for pole. Beastas getting an average start and he's not ahead. Shimasi might have got the jump on the pair of them. He's going to try and go round the outside into the first corner. It is still Michelangelo. Shimasi tries the long way round and it might have worked on Beastas. As they go through the first corner, it might just have done it. They're still side by side. It's looking like the battle for second rather than the battle for the lead we should be looking at, but it stays the same. Michelangelo holding off Beastas from Shimasi with CG up 1 to 4th position ahead of Tao in 5th, and it's Zenit Mercedes in 6th, and Cliffy's up a couple to 7th. Clean start, Jamie.
Oh yeah, very clean start. I like that. Everyone made it through. Didn't see any debris anywhere. That was probably one of the cleanest starts I've seen all season. Like, look at the gas we tuned everyone. That was very clean. Very well done.
Yeah. Very, very clean as they shuffle their way through the chicane for the very first time. It's Michelangelo leading from Beastas. Then it's Shimasi in 3rd. Frisky CJ 4th with Tao down 1 to 5th. Zenit Mercedes is 6th. VRT Cliffy 7th and Zalin is 8th. Lickle Blocks is 9th and Michael Davis, the world champion, rounds out the top 10. Then we've got all sorts of drivers running after Ace of Pace in 11th. We've got a yellow flag and Dan is
Dan's actually damaged the wing. Actually, that was weird. I was going to pick that up. Dan was going slowly at the back of the pack, and I think it might be the PU that's gone out. I'm not too sure. He just pulled off the side of the track, and that's his race done.
Oh, that's a shame. Hard one for Michelangelo. Sorry, not Michelangelo. For Dan to take as Michelangelo leads them across the line to start the second lap. And we've got a whole host of drivers starting this race on soft, so we'll see how they go, Jamie. They could become
Oh,
a
yeah.
factor later on if they go longer than these guys on super softs and could start to mix it up with Michelangelo and Chimase and Bistas. We'll have to watch out for that. But those guys are Liam Robbo in 12th, Lyle Blade in 13th, Stanley 14th, Hayden 15th, Jeff's Revenge in 16th, and Johnny in 17th. Those are the guys all on soft tyres. As I think Jeff's Revenge has just been a move on Johnny at the back of the pack there for 16th place.
I think I don't know if Zalin made a move on VRT Cliffy, but Cliffy took the space back, so it's all kicking off. I don't know if it was Cliffy and Zalin, but that was a good feisty battle. But look how close everyone is.
Yeah, they are all tightly packed. 8.3 covering the field early doors, but Asa Pace has just gone past Michael Davis for 10th position, unseen by my camera. But as they all final their way through, in the end of this second lap, it is Michelangelo still leading, but interestingly, he's not disappearing just yet, Jamie, is he?
No, look at that track extending. You know that high-speed corner, the final corner before the start of sector 3, all the cars putting all four wheels off, but since everyone's doing it, I mean, hey, who cares?
Yeah, I suppose ILR Charlie Whiting will be having a look at that before the start of ILR 2 race. He'll be getting his television TV, he'll be getting his TV turned right on at the moment. So look at that. ILR Charlie. Alright Charlie, good to see you tuning in. But Michelangelo still leading from Bistas in second, but Bistas right with him. Jamie, it's very tough to overtake you. We just described in qualifying that this track is like the Monaco without the barriers, but where around here was the best overtaking place? It's got to be turn 1, isn't it?
I'd like to say turn 1, but turn 2 is also underrated as well. If you can get a good exit out of turn 1, you're set for turn 2 to go around the outside or down the inside. So I think turn 2 is the better overtaking opportunity, especially if you're in a train like this.
So you think the drivers might consider a dive bomb into 1 and to try and
that's the only way you can get past.
Run down to turn 2?
Yeah, that's the only way you can probably get past. I mean, it is single file Grand Prix and cars are running very wide to that corner, but that's the only way you can get past on this track. Jeez, that Salver well off the track. I don't know who that was. I think that was Zalin. Jeez. Still kicking off here.
Cliffy. Well, we have to look at Bistas Michelangelo because I think the DRS will be active pretty soon, and Michelangelo quite wide into that final corner. But yeah, the DRS will be open for Bistas as they cross the line to start the third lap. Is Bistas close enough to have any kind of look into the first corner? I can't see it. He sets the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 120.5. He is right up behind Michelangelo into the first corner, but yet again, as we thought, there's no way through, and he remains tucked up behind the Greek driver. But it looks quite clear that Bistas does have the pace this afternoon to take this to the Greek god, as he's now known. And yeah, encouraging signs. Chimase keeping with them too, but they're dropping Frisky, CJ and Tao behind, as we kind of really expected, Jamie, aren't they?
I think CJ must be struggling because CJ's under massive amounts of pressure from Tao. But yeah, he's the only one that in this whole train of cars that's losing significant amount of time. I don't know if there doesn't seem to be any damage on the wing. I just think that maybe those front three are probably just in a league of their own. But yeah, I mean...
Bistas is a big slide, and he's made a mistake, and now Chimase's right behind him. Whoa, Bistas got in the grass there, and now Chimase's all over him, and Chimase had to put the brakes on to avoid slamming into the back of him and damaging his front wing. And is that the race, the jump that Michelangelo required? Big moment for Bistas, very, very lucky not to put it in the wall there. And now Chimase's right behind him, but hairy moment there.
Yeah, it's a scary moment there. But Chimase locked up into that 180 degree, that penultimate corner, so that's going to ruin his run, any chance of getting past Bistas. I tell you what though, Chimase has a ton of straight line speed.
Yeah, very, very close. And that Haas car, the Ferrari power unit in the back of it, supplied of course by Ferrari, and into turn 2 they go, but Michelangelo opening up a 2-second lead as a result of that Bistas error. But the interesting thing to watch now, will Bistas be able to close that back up, or is Michelangelo going to stretch away? That's the big question. It's going to be tough for Bistas because he's now been dropped into the clutches of Chimase, who, as we've touched on already, is in fine form.
The DRS won't save him now.
Look. Yep, DRS, exactly. let's have a look down the field though and see what else is going on. You, as you touched on, Jimmy, CJ is under huge pressure, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Tao's not letting off. He's right in that Mercedes gearbox, and even ZR Mercedes is right behind them too. This is a very nice, interesting battle to watch. And so yeah, I was just watching Stanley and Hayden go side by side in turn 2. That was a brilliant move there by Stanley. Hayden tried to hold it around the outside, but Stanley got the move done, and he's up into 14th as CJ continues to be under pressure by Tao.
Revenge has now got past Hayden.